Hello everyone, it's Lel, and it's time to talk about episode 45 from Hirogaru's PreCure. I thought this episode was gonna give us all the answers. It actually left me with even more questions than before. What an amazing episode this was. Powerful, intense, and very surprising. I really loved it. But as I said, I thought this episode was going to explain what happened to Kaiser, what happened in the past with Kure Noble, Kaiser, and Kaiser. It gave us a story, but it did not give us answers. And it did not show us why Kaiser is now the villain. Because what we know from her now gives us a totally new perspective on her. And I just love being surprised like that. It just blew me away and it took me by surprise. So let's just say something. I love legendary cures. I love when a PreCure season just show us a cure from the past, a special cure, and it shows us in a complete way. And Hirogaru's PreCure did not disappoint, and I dare say Kure Noble is one of the best legendary cures we've ever had. She has a lot of personality. She has a very beautiful design. They gave us a beautiful transformation scene last episode, and now they gave us an attack. And what an amazing attack that was. PreCure Magic Hours End. I love this name. And it gives her like this knife thing. She really reminded me of Psylocke. You know Psylocke from X-Men? She has this pink thing. Oh my god. It was amazing. I loved that attack. So we see Kure Noble fighting against the Lenborgs. We see the Puny Bird tribe being destroyed. Oh my god, the birds were so cute. Sora, Mashiro, and El really helped. They got the birds to Skyland, to the main city of Skyland. I don't know if there's a different name. I think it's Skyland, or is Skyland the country? Skyland's the country, right? I don't know. But they went to the main city and, they helped the birds. They were helping the city get rebuilt. And some interesting things to notice. We have yakitai, which is a legendary food from Skyland. Was it actually created by Mashiro? It's funny because they time traveled. And because of the fact that they time traveled, Sora and Mashiro time traveled, lots of history was made. The Princess Eldain became Kure Noble because of them and their influence. And others also that might have been the case. We also have this nice reference to Fist of North Star with Sora punching. And oh my god, Sora is so legendary as well. It was everything. And we see Kaiser, who is the princess of Underg Empire, and she does not want to fight. She does not like fighting. And we learn a little more about Underg. The first thing we learn is that all the creatures from Underg Empire are born from the evil energy, from Underg energy. So they are instantly and, naturally infused with that. That is something that Skierhead tells her, and, we, the audience, get to learn about it. And the other thing is that they cannot stop attacking Skyland because Kaiser believes that Skyland will create a tunnel, and this tunnel will lead Skyland to Underg Empire, and they're going to destroy Underg Empire. We don't have much to go on. Is he actually telling the truth, or is he just trying to find a reason to fight against Skyland? Does he need a reason to keep on fighting them? And that's a reason that he found to persuade his daughter for her to not see him in a bad light? I don't know. It's hard to know because we don't understand much about Kaiser. We do understand one thing about him though. He really is someone who thinks that power is everything. For him, the most important thing is power. And that has a lot to do with the energy that creates them. But we can also see that Empress Underg or Kaiser, she has the energy as well, but she thinks differently. And thinking about all of the characters that we saw from Underg Empire, they are all different in personality. So the energy itself doesn't mean that they will all have this thought that power is everything. they follow it because they are from Underg, but we can see, for example, that this is not something that Batamonda believes, or this is not something that Kabaton believes as well. Kabaton was just following it because it was his reality, but after that, we see him chilling in our world normally, so there isn't this thought in all of them. Skeerhead doesn't seem to follow that through and through. We see that what's most important for him, at least right now, is to protect Kaisering. Like, for him, everything is related to her. And so Kaisering starts to visit Skyland, and she sees Skyland being rebuilt, and she is such a diva. She does not have this diva personality. She's not like 100% attitude like, but when she was going down, and she pirouetted and she threw her hair, that was so divalicious. I loved it so much. Oh my god, what a diva she is. And I love her costume as well, her visual. And she meets Princess Eldain. They start talking, and she tells Princess Eldain she does not want war. And Princess Eldain says the same thing, because the things that her father tells her make her believe that the war is two-sided. And as we can see, it really isn't. Skyland isn't engaging in war. At least it doesn't seem like it. The princess just wants to protect her people. And so they decide to meet. And here's where things get really interesting. One of the things that I feel like PreCure is always trying to do is push their characters to the limit to see how they're going to act and how they're going to use their powers. PreCures are usually very strong, and they can punch, they can kick, they can fly, they can throw energy balls, but ultimately what makes them really stronger is how they stand by what they believe in. And one of the things that I feel like all PreCures believe in is kindness and respect. And so we see when Kaiser starts attacking Eldain, she instantly turns into Kurenoble and she starts fighting. He ends up tricking his daughter, and he creates that ball of energy to protect her, and he creates this plan to destroy Skyland while Kurenoble is fighting against him. He's like trying to push her to the limit to see if she's actually the energy of kindness, that ball of kindness. And she just fights back, and it was cool. We had some nice fighting shots there. It was very nice. At the same time that the Renborgs were attacking the city, we have Sora, Mashiro, and El without powers doing their best to stop them. It was kind of cool, actually. I still think that there's a big problem in not adding Ageha and Tsubasa to the action of this episode. I still think that's really awful. That's really absurd. But what can we do? They were not there. And I have to say, Sora, Mashiro, and El, they slayed. Even without transforming, they did slay. But, the focus was in Kurenoble's actions. And she started to fight against so many Renborgs, against Kaiser. It wasn't the biggest fight ever we saw in PreCure. But as I said before, she's such a cool character. She is such a cool legendary cure that it was amazing the way she fought, the way she, used her power, and she used her finisher. At the same time, Princess... Oh my god, Princess. I think her father called her Princess once, and then it's now in my mind. Empress Underg has tried to use the Underg energy in her to get free. And when Kurenoble finally attacked Kaiser, she was able to get free, and she was attacked in Kaiser's place. She was the one. And look, that scene gagged me. I was gagged. I could not speak. I almost paused the episode to go like, what the hell? It was so intense. And to me, it was very surprising. I really thought that she, at that point, because for what we know about Kaisering is that she's very angry towards El because she believes that El took everything away from her. And I thought that at that point, Kyonobu was going to kill Kaiser and that was going to be it. And she was going to live 300 years angry just because she killed her father, even though he was a horrible person or a horrible king or emperor, a horrible Kaiser. But that was not what happened. She was the one attacked. And at that moment, her father was desperate. Her father showed feelings that were not power for the first time. He was not worried about power. He was really worried about his daughter. And the way she made a stance about power not being the most important thing, using her life as an example, it was gorgeous. Because, I mean, it was sad, but it was impactful enough for her father to reconsider what he was doing. And he used all of his energy to try to heal her, even though he said, Underg energy cannot do this. And Kyonobu was clear enough to say, you have to do this. You have to use your energy for this. And, he managed to. Sometimes, and I feel like it's a parallel to so many things in life. Sometimes we think that certain things are meant for certain things. And they might not be. They can be used for others. I mean, we don't know the extent of what happened yet. I feel like we get to know more. I feel like the hurt in Kaisering is very important for what's to happen. We don't know what's going to happen yet. But then because of that, the war was over. She was healed, even though she was still weak. She was still hurt. She was healed, and the battle was called down. Nothing was going to happen anymore. Skyland and Underg Empire were at peace. At that moment, Sora and Mashiro came back. And when I said I was surprised, it was because I really thought we were going to get answers as to why Kaisering turned from the gracious and gentle lady that she used to be to the cruel and mean woman that she is now. It's a very glaring difference, but we don't know what happened. And here things got really interesting, I feel like, because time started flowing again. The girls were back. Tsubasa and Ageha woke up, and Sora, Mashiro, and El already know what happened, and they were ready to fight. At that point, Kaisering was going to use her energy to create all the Landborgs, and Mashiro stopped her with a phrase that Elren used to say. And that instantly reminded her of the past. And that threw her off a little bit, giving time for the Cures to transform and engage in battle again. It was very funny because they transformed and Kuroskai was ready to talk. Majesty simply got the book, put the book up, and they started performing Majestic Halation. That was it. And when they started performing the attack, I was like, okay, this did not work before. It's clearly not going to work now, since Kaisering was even angrier than last week. So obviously it's not going to work now. But I forgot another thing. Something that powers up PreCures in general is willpower, is belief. And now they know what happened, and they believe that there is something good inside Kaisering. And that's what they used to power up the Majestic Halation even more. Weird that we had Butterfly and Wing in the attack and they were not there. They did not know what was going on. And it was very funny. We had scenes of Sky, Prism, and Majesty saying that they believed in Kaisering, and the other two, nothing. And, I still don't buy the fact that they were not there at the end. Girl, why weren't they in the flashback? No way. Please. But still, they were not. But the power worked very nicely. As I said, when the Cures believe in something and they want to use the power for good, they become way stronger than ever. And that's what happened. They were able to deflect her power, but obviously Spearhead was there. And I just have to say, I am really loving Spearhead's and Kaisering's relationship. I love it. We can see that Spearhead is he really considers her someone important for him. It's his mission to protect her, and he is going all the way to do so, even putting his own life in danger. He does not care. He wants to protect her. That's his mission. That's what he believes in. That's what he's going to do. I really like that. And the way he protected her, the way he entered in front of her, I loved it. But something else happened. The hurt, the cut that she had from Kurenoble's battle opened for the first time in 300 years, and it opened. So they had to retreat. So that's what happened. It was very nice when they were retreating. Kuroskai dived down. She dove down, and she almost got them, but she didn't, obviously. And so at the end, Tsubasa and Ageha know what happened, and Kuroskai was looking at nothing, at the horizon, and Kira Majesty joined her and said, we're going to talk to her. There's going to be another opportunity. And we are left hanging so much now. I am wondering, so strongly, what is actually going on here? What happened in the past that made Kaiserin turn and become this person full of rage that started to believe in Underg Energy's philosophy? She did not believe in it before. So what changed? What happened in the past? There's another thing that makes me believe, that makes me wonder. When El was born, the star created El and gave El to the king and queen of Skyland. Why did Elring do that? How did she know that Empress Underg was going to attack? So I really hope they answer this to us, because I feel like we are going to know what happened in the past for Empress Underg to be angry and to turn into Empress Underg that we know nowadays. By the way, she looked amazing in this episode. Her insane faces were everything. But what about the star? What about El's creation? I really hope that we get that answer as well. This gap in the story, we need to know more. We really do need to know more. But this episode was gorgeous. I loved it. Episode 45 was everything. And I'm trying to wonder what my hero corner of this episode is. I'm what is my hero corner of this episode? I don't even know. I don't know if it was that moment from Eldain and Kaiserin holding hands after Kaiserin was healed by her father. I don't know if that was the moment. I know what my hero corner is. Kuroskai looking at the horizon, looking to the horizon, and Kira Majesty joining her and saying, we're going to be able to talk to her again. I love that scene because Elle is just a baby. When she turns into Kira Majesty, she is able to show a little bit more what she's thinking. We know that she's not an adult, or a teenager, or a grown child. She is not. She doesn't form long sentences like the other characters. She doesn't dialogue much, even when she's Majesty. But I love that because Elle understood what happened in the past very nicely and was able to comfort Sora, Kuroskai or Sora, for a little while with just a very simple phrase. I love that, actually. Kira Majesty was really determined. She is really determined to get Kaiserin back and try to understand what happened in her side, to see her side of the story. I'm very curious for that. Anyways, this was my opinion on episode 45 from Hirogaru Sky PreCure. Please leave yours in the comment box below. Let's keep talking about it. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinema channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.